guys, welcome to a yoga flow for deep sleep and relaxing before bed. We're gonna begin in child's pose, wide-legged child's pose. Relaxing our foreheads on the mat. And taking a few deep breaths here. With your inhale, taking up space, expanding your ribs. And on your exhale, sinking deeper in between your legs, letting your tummy drop to the floor. Feeling you sink deeper into the stretch as you exhale all of your air out of your tummy. Inhale and exhale out of your nose. Option to come up onto your fingertips to create more space. Allowing your chest and your back to sink deeper into the mat. Slightly lift yourself up enough that you can slide your left arm underneath your right and gently rest your left cheek on the mat for a shoulder and upper body stretch here. Breathing deeply into this position. And letting the day go. On your next inhale, coming up to center and threading that left arm under your right, resting your right cheek onto the mat. Inhaling. Rising out of the pose and exhaling all of your air out of your body. Sinking deeper, melting into this position. It's time to let the day go now. You've done the best you could, and it's okay to relax now. Coming back to center and walking your hands to the top of the mat, finding puppy pose here, allowing your chest to melt into the mat, keeping your hips high to the sky, maybe resting your chin or your forehead on the mat. Gently leaning back, maybe feeling a pull in your lower back. Option to come up on your fingertips to create more stretch. Coming up to tabletop. Taking some cat-cow motions here, some spinal circles. Inhaling, dropping your belly. Wagging your tail side to side. Exhaling, rounding your spine, chin to chest. Rocking out your head. Placing your forehead onto the mat and grabbing onto your back heels for rabbit pose. Pushing on your back heels and slightly hovering your forehead over the mat. Feeling a stretch in your spine, your upper and lower back. Breathing. And on your next exhale, or inhale, excuse me, we'll tuck our toes, send our hips high for downward facing dog, pedaling out our legs. Lifting our left leg high to the sky. Bending our knee to open up our hip. Gaze over at your right toes. Take some circles, opening up your hip here. And then take it in the opposite direction. Now bring that knee to your left elbow, sliding into pigeon pose, crawling our hands out in front of us, and resting our forehead on our arm. Activating our Ujjayi breath by breathing in through our nose and out through our nose. Finding a slight constriction in the back of the throat. This calms our nervous system and tells us it's okay to relax. I am safe here. Take one more cleansing breath. And on your next inhale, we'll crawl ourselves back up to seated position, placing our hands on the mat, or tucking our toes and stepping back into downward facing. Pedaling out our legs, shaking our heads. Inhale, lift your right leg high to the sky. And then bending that knee, opening up our hip. And taking some hip circles in one direction. And then taking it in the opposite direction. It's okay if you hear some cracking, as long as it's not painful. Some slight discomfort is okay. Lower your take your right knee to your right elbow. Sliding into our pigeon pose on the right side. Inhaling and exhaling, crawling our hands forward, placing our head on our arm. Taking some deep breaths here in through our nose, constricting our throat for our Ujjayi breath, and out through our nose. Your Ujjayi should be a slight constriction in the back of your throat that is an audible sound when you sigh out, as if you're fogging up a mirror, but with your mouth closed. Relaxing your shoulders, not using any muscles here. Try to relax into this pose, melting over your thigh, feeling a deep stretch in your hip and inner thigh, and your glute, your outer thigh. Thinking of one thing you were grateful for today. Whether that be the sunshine or the conversation with someone. Perhaps it's right now. In this practice, this space that you've made for yourself to wind down before bed. One more cleansing breath. And on your next inhale, we'll walk ourselves back up. Taking a little arch in the back. Tucking our toes and coming back into our downward facing dog. Notice how one leg feels different from the other. How this downward dog feels different than the first. Maybe lowering our heels down to the mat just a little more this time, taking some deep breaths here. Coming back into our wide-legged child's pose and allowing the effects of the practice to sink in. Notice how you feel different this time around. How your mind has calmed down. How the thoughts have stopped running. Feel the sensation of the stretch and the breath through your body, through your legs, your back, your arms. On your next inhale, walking ourselves up and taking a cross-legged seated position. Taking a deep breath in, lifting our arms high to the sky. Taking a twist over to the left. Relaxing your shoulders, sitting up tall. With each exhale, sinking a little deeper, twisting a little further. No forcing. Coming back to center, inhale your arms high, and exhale, twisting to the left. Stretching our fascia, our connective tissue, by sitting in one pose for an extended period of time, like a twist. Imagine it wringing out your connective tissue and your organs. Inhaling, arms high, onto the mudra, hands to prayer position, to your heart center. Inhaling and exhaling, gazing towards your fingertips, bringing your thumbs to your third eye. Thanking yourself for showing up this evening. I hope this practice was relaxing, and I hope you feel ready for a good night's sleep. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. Good night. Sweet dreams.